People have tried numerous times to tell me that shouting "ow" when you take damage doesn't actually give you an advantage. That's almost as ridiculous as saying that tilting your controller doesn't help you steer. I'm making a game just to prove them wrong. I'll start by creating a new project. For once, I actually came up with a name I was happy with quickly: Shout to Shoot. Then I immediately got distracted and shot these cubes for 10 minutes until I got bored. Now, no more time wasting, I'll get the most important part out of the way first: microphone input. This was surprisingly easy. Then I tried to make a volume bar using a loading bar widget, but blah 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 technical limitations, I ended up using an image with a dynamic material. So now I've got a microphone input level and a trigger value, but that's still boring, so I'm gonna make a player character. I decided to make a robot. Why? Because robots are awesome. That's a ridiculous question. First, I thought about just making the arms because the game is first person, but then I decided to make the whole body because I like to suffer and also because I want this robot to be able to wake up, look in the mirror and be just as disappointed in himself as I am. My goal with this model, and actually all the models in this game, was basically to make something that doesn't make your eyes bleed when you look at it, because I'm just completely winging it. As every good modeler knows, you spend 10% of your time modeling, 20% of your time staring blankly at the screen, and 70% of your time spinning the camera around. I'm not going to make hands for this robot because I don't have time. I would love to make hands, but unfortunately I just don't have time, so I'll have to settle for these little crippers. These are robots, so they obviously need pistons. I mean, this thing is going to be so realistic, how else would we know this isn't just a regular human? Pistons are actually pretty simple. You just give the two parts two separate bones and tell Blender to make these two bones point to each other. Boom, pistons. To do this, I just select every bone, then select the modifier, then the armature, then the bone it should point to, and repeat this for every single piston part. So after rigging it, I moved straight on to animating without getting distracted even once. Here we have a shocking video showing the results of overworking in a game developer. In just a few seconds, a simple small animation mistake like this can get unnecessarily turned into this. Alright, we've got animations. These definitely look robotic and stiff on purpose, because it's a robot. Remember? Wait a minute, those pistons don't look right. Circular dependencies, a separate skeleton, Blender console commands. That sounds like a lot, and I mean a lot of work to fix. Even more than if I just completely remove these constraints and position the pistons by hand. I may have lost some of my sanity in the process, but the pistons are fixed. Back in Unreal Engine, I immediately got distracted and started shooting these cubes again. Now, animation blueprints. I'm going to basically blend 3 different animations at all times. The legs for walking, the spine for looking up and down, and the arms for arm stuff. Add them all together and we get... That doesn't look right. Maybe if I... Nope. What if... This skeleton is a nightmare to work with, but it finally works. Just don't look at the back piston too closely. By the way, I'm planning on making a game out of ideas people send me on social media, so comment your ideas for a game below. Once again, I didn't animate the left arm when walking because it's a robot. This is a creative decision, not a lazy one. Time for some weapons. I made these 3 quick and rough models in Blender. Here's the idea. Speech recognition won't work since that takes way too long to process for an action game. So instead, I'm going to do what I can with just the volume. I came up with 3 different classic weapons that fit this idea. First of all, the pistol, the most basic of all and controls normally, if you can call shouting normally. Then the shotgun. This one is like the pistol, but you have to shout louder to shoot it. And last but not least, the assault rifle. This one will keep shooting as long as the volume is above the trigger level. You may be asking where the triggers are. I didn't add them because the robots connect to their guns via Bluetooth, since they don't have fingers. It's all part of the deep lore surrounding this game, I promise, although it wouldn't have been out of character for me to just forget the triggers. Don't you hate it when a mediocre game dev video gets interrupted by an ad? Me too. Anyway, I still like having a few dollars in my bank account, so wishlist my chill exploration game The Last Explorer if you're interested. Great, now something to spawn the weapons. I added some fake light rays using a translucent material and then made the weapon spin around. Weapon spawners will spawn a random weapon at a random interval. This is gonna be really simple. If you grab a weapon you already have, it will add ammo to that weapon, and if you already have 2 weapons, it will disintegrate the weapon you're holding and grab the new weapon. Some weapon swapping animations. And now shooting. I attached some muzzle flashes to the muzzles. These are from a muzzle flash particle effects pack, by the way. I don't have the time or talent to make these kinds of particle effects. And added shooting sounds. Bow, bow, bow. No, I'm joking. Because I really didn't have much time to make this game, I thought it would be a good idea to spend that time adding bullet holes. So I found some textures online and made them. This is nice, but I don't have anyone to shoot at, and I think the robot would agree he needs enemies to fill the void in his heart. So I got started on a classic 3-legged robot. I had a rough idea of what I wanted it to be, but I once again was mostly winging it. Adding random details, or greebles I think they're called, but I don't really like that word, sounds weird. Some cables here and there. In this case the IK was really simple and effective. I can just move the legs and everything works as expected. It's a miracle. I want these little guys to start jittering, but I didn't want to animate the jittering, so I added noise to the animations and made it gradually increase. Now some simple programming and they run to the player. I'll let you guess what they do next. That's right, they explode. I made it stop and play the jittering animation, then added the particle effects and the sound, and we've got this. But wait, I was almost getting back on track. I need another completely unnecessary detail to get me back off track ASAP. I know, I exported one leg separately and added ragdoll physics, because who doesn't love ragdoll physics? Then I made them launch into the air after the explosion. Brutal. Nice, I can see I'm back off track, but I can go even off tracker. I programmed an explosion decal that doesn't stretch because it doesn't use textures. So now they leave behind this decal after exploding. These weapons still don't do anything, so I programmed a damage system and added ragdoll physics to the whole robot, which of course worked perfectly first try as it always does. This already took way too much time, but I feel like I need at least one other enemy type. So I'll hop back into Blender and start designing a tank. I know, how original. Same process as before. Wing it, greeble it and hope for the best. This one will behave a bit differently. It'll only move towards the player until it can shoot. If the player tries to hide behind a wall, it will try to get closer until it can shoot again. Since I'm making robots and machines, I thought it would be appropriately futuristic to give this tank a laser beam. So I made a laser beam particle effect and added some extra particles when it hits a wall. Also added some decals where the laser hits. Of course I gave this tank a cooldown so the player gets a chance to shoot back. I also made a playtest charging sound right before firing so the player can dodge if they are fast enough. This sound was pretty complex since I wanted it to come from the entire length of the laser beam. So I made the attenuation in the shape of a capsule and wrote some code to adjust the sound location and capsule length so it is positioned along the laser beam. I decided to make the explosions also deal damage to other enemies. Why? Because then you get stuff like this. Alright, I think this is pretty much it, well, except for a map, so I'll start making that. With this map I really tried my best to focus on just not making it complete shit. I mean it, I cannot stress this enough, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'd love to hear what you think of this map though. I did try to add a little bit of variation and make it a bit of an interesting environment to fight in. Once I had a map that was just slightly north of trash, I started adding the weapon spawn locations. I tried to add these in places I thought the player might otherwise avoid. Now the enemy spawn locations. And finally a system to make the enemies gradually spawn more frequently. Great, the game is technically playable, but it's still missing some stuff. Like textures, almost forgot. Prepare yourselves for some of the worst and most half-assed painting you've ever seen. At this point I was really behind schedule, which I still have no idea how that happened, but I just had to get these 3 weapons and 3 characters painted as fast as possible. Now back to Unreal Engine. I want this map to look a little better, but I don't have time for any more models. So I thought, why not make this pattern look kinda like a blueprint. So I changed the colors and added a little grunge to make it look less perfect. Then I added outlines, which I yanked from the Lost Explorer project files. And applied all the textures to the weapon and characters. So then I made a main menu with a high score system, music with an option to turn it off because it started driving me crazy after like 10 minutes, a system to calibrate the microphone sensitivity, pause screen, game over screen, and just for fun, an option to disable despawning of decals and enemies for a little more chaos. Cool, I think that's all. So I uploaded the game to itch.io, it's free and there's a link in the description by the way. Finally, I went to the Discord server and asked some of my community members if they wanted to test it out.
Ah! Ah! Bang! Bang! Ah! What are you?
Oh!
Oh, it's a fucking tank! Bang. Bang. Bang! Oh god. Oh, I do feel like an insane person. I know how you feel. I just sit here and I just scream bang.
So for the machine gun, exactly. Yeah.
Loving it so far. Bang! Bang. 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 Aiming is not my thing. Aiming is not my thing. Oh, I hear him. Ah!
There it is. Watch out.
I'm out of ammo. Brrr. Oh god. I feel like I'm absolutely getting
Yo,
insane.
you found a better sound than me. I tried to do ratatatatata, but that's really hard to keep
Ratatatata. Pa!
Oh!
Brrr. Brrr. Ah!
Oh!
Bang, 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 bang. Yes! I just realized this is actually going on YouTube. Oh god. Oh god, I'm embarrassing myself in front of a crowd.
I myself am not gonna play the game on YouTube.
I know. I know you leave that to us. My mother must think I am going insane. Where are they? Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! That works well. What did I just... Oh no, it's just a pause menu. You have a pause menu this time.
Yeah. Oh no. Nice.
Three tanks!
Tank. Oh no.
Yeah. I'm just gonna...
You wanna try normal?
Are you fucking kidding me? That just caught me really off guard. The fact that I'm more terrible at it now that I have to click instead of scream.
You got used to it.
Yes, I almost just screamed bang.
So I have to... Oh. You gotta talk to shoot?
Yeah, this is...
How do you get... Raw! How do you get ammo?
by picking up the same type of weapon.
Get away from me! Pew, pew, pew! This is fun. Oh shit! Pew, 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 pew! Fuck! Die! This is actually a pretty cool map. There's a lot of obstacles.
I just realized you can pretty much only talk to me when the gun is empty, otherwise you waste your bullets.
Yeah, that's true. Go, 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 go! Die, 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 die! No!
Cover, cover!
Oh.
Ooh.
What is that? Is that a tank?
It is. So just go for cover and wait until you have an opening.
Alright, bet. Pew, pew! How many guns can you carry?
2. Oh, watch out! Damn.
Pew! Pew, 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 pew! This is amazing. Oh, yeah. Pew, 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 pew! Let's go. This is actually kind of sick. It's like you make the sound effects for the gun.
Yeah. It's the other enemies.
Let's go. I'm gonna just hold an empty gun when I'm trying to talk.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think I'm getting the hang of it. Might cut out for a second, but I actually kind of want to try that.
Alright.
Because you said bullet holes stay where they are.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, you got it! Go, go! Oh, damn.
Damn. Can I try this mode?
Yeah, sure. That's just like the normal mode for
I guess when you
It's like
don't want to disturb your neighbors.
Yeah, just like a normal FPS.
And it also saves a separate high score.
This game is actually really fun.
Ooh, nice.
Go. But yeah, the laser beam. Oh!
Oh!
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, nice, 22.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you can click the like and subscribe button calmly to show you value your touchscreen. And you can also join the Discord for more cool stuff and wishlist The Lost Explorer if you want. Bye.